hier teen die oud Vrystater Toks van der Linde wat vaskop speel. 'n baie mooi toekoms wat vir hierdie twee spelers, albei van hulle Leroux en van der Linde, voorspel word. En dit gaan interessant wees om te sien hoe hulle teen vanmiddag gaan vaar. Natuurlik albei hier vir die Universiteit van die Vrystaat, die Shimlas gespeel. Leroux vir die onder 21, Toks van der Linde vir die senior span. En die Bolandse meneer Stef Netling, die skeieregter vanmiddag as Joe Stransky hierdie halfeindwedstryd om die Lionbeker begin. Onmiddellik blyk hy wat daar indryf. Hy moet die rol van Wal Baartman vanmiddag vervul. Vrystaters wat dit sal moet probeer stuit. Ja, nie beskikbaar gestel nie. Vrystaat sal kan ingooi. Eerste skram van die wedstryd. Kebbel wat daar onder lê, Karel van so 120 kg, van der Linde is 118. So hier by die 340, ten minste 240 kg wat hierdie twee spelers is. Makro agtal van die Natallers waarmee hulle die Vrystaat sal wil aandurf. Henty Martens, Janie de Beer, hy's buite sy kwartgebied. Soek 'n gaping aan die diskant. Joubert moet terugval. Kruiwagen kom vinnig deur. Andre Joubert maak baie seker.
Is 'n baie goed veld gewen deur Janie de Beer wat net buitekant sy kwartlyn daar die bal gekry het van die vaste skram af en dwars oor die veld geskop het, probeer vir Andre Joubert in posisie te betrap. Die bal het gespring. Andre Joubert het wel in die hande gekry, nie ver uitgeskop nie, en dit het die Vrystaat 'n geleentheid gegee om sommer binne die tweede derde minuut binne Natal se halfgebied te kom en sterk op die aanval te wees.
Kortlyn staan Teichman en Andrews teenoor Opperman en Kloete. Andrews kom weg daarmee, grond toe gevat deur Henty Martens. En dan Robert de Pre. Kruiwagen het teruggeval, vat die bal baie mooi raak. Pragtig ondersteun deur Ruben Kreur. Moet beskikbaar stel, is net buite die kwartgebied van Vrystaat. Henty Martens, Janie de Beer gaan geen kanse waag nie. Maar die andere Joubert wag aan die oorkant. Natal se agterlyn was onkant, strafskop aan Vrystaat.
En daar die loskrim, losgemaal wat daar ontstaan het, wat die Vrystaat gewen het, uit na Janie de Beer wat dwars oor die veld geskop het, maar die Natal agterlyn in die middel van die veld was reeds in 'n onkant posisie gewees.
Geef vir Hendrik Trieter. En hy gaan jy werklik waar kyk of hy paal toe kan skop. Nou dit is 'n reuse skop. 50, 60, seker 'n goeie 63 meter hierdie skop. Die ou taal seker so 13 tree binnekant sy eie halfgebied. Nou ja, dit is redelik na in die middel van die veld, miskien net so links van die linker reg op paal. En Trieter het natuurlik die vermoë om ver te skop.
Christo, hier waai nie 'n wyntjie op die oomblik nie, maar is nog 'n geweldige afstand wat hy sal moet skop om suksesvol te wees hiermee.
Oud Transvaaler, Goudstad Onderwys College, ook vir Rao gespeel in 1987 vir Transvaal, uitgedraf die eerste keer. Afgelope seisoen wat hier in die Vrystaat ry goed gevaar. Nee, afstand gaan nie daar wees nie. Word ingewak deur Joe Stransky. Is 'n skerp beweging met Robert de Pre na die oorkant toe. Natal wat die bal lig gee. Goeie ondersteuning. Andrews word gestuit deur Ruben Kreur. Natal soek hom. Blakeway het dit. Buitekant toe. Robert de Pre. Toks van der Linde. Goeie spel deur Natal wat baie ver veld wen. Vrystaat moet bal gooi. De Pre wat dit het. Kloete is daar om lastig te val. Ja, Natal het aangeslaan, maar goeie hardloopspel deur Natal wat gekom het hier van hulle kwartgebied af tot buite die kwartgebied van Vrystaat.
Goeie ondernemende spel deur Natal na daardie mislukte strafskop van Hendrik Trieter. Goeie hanteerwerk, rigting verander, goeie ondersteunwerk en gevolg tot diep in die Vrystaat se halfgebied.
Interessant, Nick, dat dis feite van die feit dat die skram baie naby aan Vrystaat se kwartgebied was. Henty, ten minste Janie de Beer buite die kwartgebied gestaan het.
Christo, ja, ek vind dit ook vreemd want dit is die afstand was daar gewees dat die aangee teruggegee word binne in die kwartlyn vir die skop, maar hy het nie gebruik gemaak daarvan nie. Maar hy slaag met 'n baie goeie kantlyn skop van hierdie strafskop af. Plaas die Vrystaat weer binnekant Natal se kwartgebied en ook geleentheid vir die Vrystaat om die bal by die lyn staan in te gooi.
Sien hierdie jong jurist student is 22 jaar oud. Dis die kwartlyn van Natal, maak Andrews. Kom daar uit die grens uit, vir Grens Kruivenbeek gespeel, 'n baie belovende slot. Groot opgang gemaak in Suid-Afrikaanse rugby. Lyk by daar ene, Robert de Pre, Stransky. Ja, hy doen goed om daai in raak te vat, want dit was redelik laag. oorkant is dit Chris Baardenhorst wat dit het, maar hy gaan geen kanse waag nie. Ja, goeie skop van Stransky.
Natal wat suksesvol aan die lyn staan was, Vrystaat se ingooi wat die eerste lyn staan van die Vrystaat die bal afgeneem.
Dit is dan Joe Stransky, ek moet sê, ek het net nog gesê aan die beer B. Juris, hy's 'n B-prok student. Na Kadrotski. Ja, hy vind nie vir Opperman nie, en Natal by dit uit. Lyk my wat prominent is, net binnekant Vrystaat se halfgebied is die middellyn in beeld. De Pre, Stransky, Atherton. Ja, hy vervul dan die rol om verder te probeer om oor die voordeellyn te kom. Stransky en dit is Jeremy Thompson. Ten minste dit was meer nou Thompson wat dit nie kan raakvat nie. Maar die Natalers nie wat beslis 'n aanduiding gee, 'n vroeë aanduiding dat hulle die bal gaan die werk laat doen.
Gewis Christou, veral met hulle pak voorspelers, kenmerkend hulle dryfstel, goeie geordende, ondersteunende spel doen. Ben ver en te veld vir hulle op hierdie oomblik is goeie balle beskikbaar vir hulle agterlyn.
Ja, Henty Martens, Janie de Beer, hy's weer buitekant sy kwartgebied oorkant se kantlyn toe, maar dit is nie uit nie en meneer Neteling wat baie mooi gewag het vir voordeel. Robert de Pre wat onkant gegaan het. John Allen gaan vra, maar de Pre duidelik onkant hier in die diskant voordat die bal uit was hy daar verby die onkant lyn, by die bal verby beweeg. Eerste helfte wat 5 minute aan die gang is, nog geen telling nie. Daar die een lang strafskoppoging van Hendrik Pruiterpale toe. En is Janie de Beer wat moet seker maak van sy buitelyn skop. Man wat al oor die 400 punte vir Vrystaat aangeteken het. Aan die begin van die seisoen so 'n bietjie gesukkel met sy vorm, maar ek moet sê die laaste klompie wedstryde voordat hy beseer is en nie verlede Saterdag gespeel het nie, weer die ou Janie de Beer. Dit is Pote Iman agter hom, Joe Bekes. Ja, Vrystaat se ingooier en springers wat in hierdie stadium mekaar nie mooi vind nie, dis Jeremy Thompson. Hy toets daar aan die oorkant. Vir Pruiter, maar die bal is uit. Hendrik Pruiter die Vrystaat se heel agter.
Die Vrystaat wat sukkel op die oomblik in die lyn staande. Reeds 3 balle wat geleentheid gehad het om in te gooi by die lyn staan, kon hulle nie daardie besit kry nie. Dit is belangrik om jou eerste fase besit te kry vir al jou lynstaande, want die lynstaande kan jy gebruik as 'n platform om vorentoe te speel.
John Allen, Andrews, de Pre, Stransky, meer op volle vaart, sny hy reguit. Kry die aansluiting by sy voorspelers, tweede fase. Stransky, Atherton. Hy bly hier agter nadat daar ingedryf is om die ekstra man te bewerkstellig om in te dryf en dan is dit die Vrystaaters wat gestraf word. Ja, onkant spel deur Vrystaat en die eerste geleentheid vir Natal waarskynlik om paana toe te skop. Dis Gary Teichman en Joe Stransky, die man wat dan sy toetsplek opgespeel het in Australië. En ook daardie skopwerk behartig het wat dan gaan kyk of hy die Natalers kan laat voorloop.
Christou, meneer Stef Neteling is baie streng met die onkantspel, maar dit is ook 'n kenmerk van 'n goeie skeieregter, want mens kan nie ons kantspel toelaat nie, want dit sal die vloei van die spel belemmer. Hy's baie streng daarop en pas dit baie goed toe op die oomblik.
Ja, dis sy eerste poging paana toe vanmiddag. Dis nie baie skuins nie, so 15 tree van die oorkantste kantlyn af. En hier is geen wind in Bloemfontein vanmiddag nie. Hy lyk tevrede, die plaas omhoog en Natal teken die eerste punte van hierdie wedstryd aan. So lyk dit, 9 minute se spel verstreke in die eerste helfte. Joe Stransky wat slaag met 'n strafskop. Natal wat ook deur hulle hardloopspel en dryfspel in Vrystaat se halfgebied miskien net so rapsie meer boer as wat Vrystaat in hulle halfgebied kom. Vrystaat wat hoofsaaklik met skoppe moet probeer wegkom hier uit hulle halfgebied. Ja, de Beer se skop is net te lank.
So dis 'n baie kritieke fout. Die Vrystaaters sukkel juis om balbesit te kry en op hierdie wyse deur direk uit te skop, verloor jy onmiddellik balbesit en Natal wat kan ingooi die middelkolletjie van die veld het natuurlik die opsies om na beide kante te speel.
Ja, goeie skram hierdie keer deur die Vrystaaters. Robert de Pre kry dit van Teichman. Toets vir Chris Baardenhorst daar aan die oorkant. Son is lastig, slinger dit binnekant toe na Hendrik Trieter, is kop vas teen Jeremy Thompson. Word in die aandag gekry deur André Joubert na Kabous van der Westhuizen en die kom punte vir Natal. Sy 22ste 3 van die seisoen. 34ste vir Natal. 22ste. Ja, van der Westhuizen wat daar die fout dan van die Vrystaaters. Die Natalers eintlik lelik uitgebuit het. 'n Bal wat agtertoe geslinger is na die hoë skop, Nick.
Chris Baners wat pragtig onder die bal gekom het. Binne aangee na Hendrik Trieter toe. Ongelukkig teen 'n man vas geskop. Maar Natal wat baie goed druk opgesit het en met vinnige hanteerwerk, vinnige ondersteunwerk aan die binnekant vir Kabous van der Westhuizen deurgestuur het. Sien Robert de Pre wat die langskop skop na die kantlyn toe. Chris Baners gaan nou die prentjie kom pragtig onder die bal. Trek die Natalers. Hendrik Trieter ongelukkig. Skop hy vas teen Jeremy Thompson, maar goeie ondersteunende spel en druk wat deur Natal op die Vrystaat agterspelers uitgeoefen word.
Janie de Beer met die afskop. Ja, onthou dit het begin met 'n skram na 'n afskop wat direk uit was, so dit wys net vir mense hoe fataal sulke foute soms kan wees. Die goeie dryfspel deur Natal. Vrystaat het hom afgevat grond toe wat nie mag nie. Strafskop aan Natal. Wat voorloop dan 10 punte teenoor 0, 11 minute verstreke. Die Stransky lyk vir my beduie hy gaan paal toe skop. Ja, die Natalers wat in hierdie stadium baie effektief voorlangs lyk, baie goed dryf. Sien daar sien jy dit weer. Nou ja, daar aan die oorkant waar 'n mens ongelukkig nie heeltemal mooi kan sien volgens daai skoot nie, is dit dan die Vrystaaters wat die skram afvat, die losgemaal. En geleentheid vir Stransky. Reeds geslaag met 'n strafskop en 'n doelskop. Sien die sweet hier in die voorkop. Dit is nogal warm in Bloemfontein vanmiddag. Stransky het hom goed getref. Die afstand is daar. Nou ja, mag geen fout nie. Nog 3 punte by. En 'n baie groot op 'n gerieflike voorsprong, baie vinnig, net 12 minute verstreke, 13 punte vir Natal, nog geen punte vir die Vrystaat nie.
So dit voorspel moeilikheid vir die Vrystaaters. Hulle sal nou balbesit moet kry want is binne 'n bestek van 3 minute wat die Natalers hierdie 13 punte aangeteken het.
Dis kort hierdie keer. Ruben Kreer is heel vooraan. Vrystaaters moet hom ondersteun. Martens, Janie de Beer. En die hande daar van André Fourie. Net buitekant die kwartgebied kom hy weer. Trieter. Ruben Kreer nou. Soek aansluiting. Martens, de Beer. Hendrik Trieter. Nou, die verdediging van die Natalers hou. Martens, Posen, tikskoppie. In die hande van André Joubert het heel wat tyd tot sy beskikking. Oorweeg sy opsies. Gaan miskien nie heeltemal waar hy dit bedoel het nie. Chris Badenhorst het teruggeval. Hy's net buitekant Vrystaatse kwartgebied. Hy na Janie de Beer. Nie 'n goeie aangee na die oorkant toe nie, maar dit is Posen wat dit het. In die hande van de Beer. Goeie stukkie individualistiese spel deur hom. Daar hou nie daarvan nie, meneer Neteling sê alles was wettig volgens die reëls. Dis net binnekant die halfgebied van Natal en dan is daar 'n harde fluitjie van meneer Neteling. Is daar iets op die grond gebeur?
Dis nou een van die Natal voorspelers toe daar die losgemaak vorm het met sy bo oor hierdie losproef gehardloop het. Dit gelyk soos Guy Kebbel en meneer Stef Neteling het onmiddellik ingegryp.
Lyk nou Mark Andrews. Nou ja, hier kom hy na die diskant toe. Is nie duidelik of hy afgestuur word of net koelkast toe kom nie. Kom ons kyk net. Ja, daar gaan hy in. Andrews, Vrystaaters wat onmiddellik wil reageer, maar die strafskop is toegeken. Andrews hier na die diskant toe. Lyk of hy net in die koelkast gaan kom tyd deurbring en intussen is dit dan die Vrystaatse Janie de Beer wat stel aan die bal. Nou die Natalers het 'n voorsprong van 13 punte in die stadium. 3 deur Kabous van der Westhuizen, 2 strafdoele deur Joel Stransky en ook 'n doelskop. Dis Andrews, die man in die koelkast op die oomblik. Sorg dat hy so 'n bietjie warm bly terwyl hy so vir 'n 5 minute of wat geleentheid gaan kry om die Vrystaatse sintetiese atletiekbaan so 'n bietjie deur te kyk. En van die ander kant van die veld hierdie skoot. Ja, dis 'n lang skop. Seker ook so 10 tree van die oorkantste kantlyn af. De Beer behoort nie probleme met die afstand te hê nie. Gaan die rigting daar wees, dit lyk so. 'n Baie goeie skop van Janie de Beer.
Skitterende skop, Christo. Baie moeilike skop van die verkeerde kant van sy voet af, as ek dit so kan stel, baie naby die oorkantste kantlyn. Hy het geen fout gemaak in die 15de minuut wat Natal aan 13-3 voorloop. Belangrik vir die Vrystaat om ook, soos hulle dit stel, om op die telbord te kom en hulle telling te open met 3 punte.
Stransky. Ja, die Natalers nou sonder 'n man dan daar aan die lyn staan. Chris Badenhorst, Janie de Beer, hy moet baie haastig maak. Stransky is by hom, Teichmann is by hom. Kabous van der Westhuizen slink vinnig in hier na André Joubert. Hy oorweeg sy opsies. Kom nie by Reino Opperman verby nie. Ander Vrystaaters nie vinnig genoeg daar om druk toe te pas nie. Jeremy Thompson, Andy Marinos slinger dit binnekant toe. Baie goed druk toegepas deur Reino Opperman, die slot daar op André Joubert, maar die ander Vrystaaters het nie vinnig genoeg opgekom om druk toe te pas nie.
Christo, inderdaad, die Vrystaaters het baie stadig, veral in die middelveld, baie stadig deurgekom. Natal die geleentheid te gee om die bal by te speel hier na die paviljoen se kantlyn.
10 tree stappelyn van die Vrystaat. Naka Drotsky het gesukkel tot dusver om sy springers te vind. Plumtree het oorgestuur, word laat val deur Stransky, Teichmann is by, meneer Netling, laat dit gaan. Kom die Natalers weer met hom, dis Dick Muir wat dit het. Drotsky gaan hom front toe bring. Marinos na die oorkant toe, verander baie mooi van rigting, Stransky, Thompson, André Joubert uit vir Van der Westhuizen aan sy buitekant, en dit is Van der Westhuizen en Chris Badenhorst. En die hande daar van Teichmann, Gary Teichmann, en die Vrystaaters se verdediging hou net. Maar goeie spel en aanvallende spel weer deur Natal.
Baie goeie rugby op die oomblik is dit Natal wat die bal wyd speel. Die geleentheid gehad het aan die oorkant toe. Hulle was 'n 3-1 situasie geweest. Die Vrystaaters het gelukkig baie gou geherorganiseer. En hulle kom vir Kabous van der Westhuizen op die oorkantste doellyn, naby die hoekvlag, kon die Vrystaaters die Natalse aanval keer.
Ja, dis Joe Stransky wat daar bly sit en hier aan die skouer hou vas. Heel wat van die Natalers was nie beskikbaar as gevolg van beserings nie, miskien nog die nagevolge van die Australiese toer. James Small, ook Henry Honeyball kon nie speel nie. So lyk die lynstaan situasie op die oomblik. En jy sien, Nick, vir die Vrystaat lyk dit glad nie goed nie.
Ja, 6 keer wat hulle ingegooi het en nie een bal in die lynstaan gewen het nie. En Christus, soos aanvanklik gesê is, die lynstaan is 'n basis, 'n platform wat jy as aanval kan gebruik en jy moet besit kry van daardie fase af.
Ja, Plumtree daar in beeld, John Plumtree, Dox van der Linde. Hierdie keer maak Drotsky nie 'n fout nie. Maar as opgetel beduie meneer Stef Netling, nou ja, dit is op die doellyn van die Vrystaaters. Natalers sal waarskynlik van hierdie vryskop geleentheid gebruik maak om daar te probeer deurdryf. En dit sal keer kos van Vrystaat om hulle weg te hou. So selfs Janie de Beer is daar prominent. Maar word gehelp deur André Fourie. Nog steeds op die voete. Ja, die Natalers wat alles probeer om daar deur te kom, die Vrystaaters wat wal gooi. Word in die hande gekry deur John Allen en kan hy oorkom? Wat sê meneer Netling? Nee. Ja, meneer Netling lyk vir my wat dui dat hy nie mooi kon sien wat daar gebeur het nie. Gaan van Natal die ingooi gee, Allen vra.
Natal wat met sy dryfspel vorentoe gedryf het. Allen wat die bal op die kant gekry, probeer deurkom het, maar hy kon nie die bal deurdruk nie. Hy kon nie die bal op die grond kry nie, was kort geweest en die skram wat dan daar toegeken word. Maar die Vrystaaters wat vir alles wat hulle gehad het, alles ingesit het om hierdie makropak van Natal van die doellyn al weg te hou.
Baie mooi beslissing, goeie beslissing van meneer Netling. Die bal beslis daar op die bors van Allen geweest. Dan kom hy uit. Ruben Kreer duik daar op. Strafskop aan Natal. Vrystaat waarskynlik nie op die voete gebly nie. Wat iemand het gevra. Hier Stoppie, Robert de Pre. Kom die Natalers met hom, Dick Meer. Plumtree. Dan verloor hulle dit. Ja, dis 'n stukkie spel hierdie wat dan geweldig druk op die Vrystaaters toegepas word en hulle verdediging hou. Maar dis onder hulle pale. 21 minute se speeltyd wat oorbly in hierdie eerste helfte. Natal is wat daar die voorsprong het, 13-3, belangrike skram. Martens, de Beer, hy moet verligting bring en hy gaan dit doen en nou ja, 'n rondetjie hierdie wat die Vrystaat wen en ek dink hulle haal asem. Nou ja, dit is dan so sake staan in hierdie stadium van die wedstryd met so 20 minute of wat in die eerste helfte verby. Natal voor 13-3 en vir die res van die helfte Chick Henderson en Piet Strydom.
Well, thank you. There we have Rainer Opperman, the Free State line-out forward, and this line-out is on the Free State 22-meter line. John Allen captaining the side today, and one of his strengths is the putting in of the line-out. He's very accurate. He's so in. Well taken there by Atherton and Duprier to Stransky. A drop goal attempt. Wait for it. Referee well positioned and it's over. Lovely drop there by Joel Stransky. So Natal are leading by a goal, a drop and 2 penalties to a penalty by Free State.
11 points by Joel Stransky in the match so far. Talks from Guy Kebbel going to leave the field there. From the back we can see Stransky beautifully. Just took his time, looked at the poles and he ran back. He knew it was good.
Yes, a lovely drop then. Guy Kebbel leaving the field. We did see Lurt Muller warming up earlier on, and of course he's got to be seen by a doctor who's got to certify that he's not fit to continue. Plumtree doing good work for Natal, number 7 there. And there he is, Lurt Muller waiting for the stoppage to ask the referee to go on the field. Back it goes to Stransky. Stransky boots it. He was outside his 22, under his Krevach, and good tackle there. Great tackle there by Jeremy Thompson, following up. And with me I've got a chap who played fullback for Free State for many, many occasions, and a Natal selector, Piet Strydom. Piet, great to have you here. That was a fine tackle.
Thank you, Chick. A good match by Jeremy Thompson so far. His defense this season has been outstanding, and he's had a very good season, helping out this afternoon. Peter Muller not available for the match. Now it's Joel Stransky.
Stransky picking up Thompson, and in goes Teichmann, number 8. There's Blakeway going in. Muller prominent, number 18, and a penalty for collapsing them all again, pulling it down, and an opportunity for Natal to have another go at the pace. Remember that Mark Andrews is still off the field. He was sent off for raking in a ruck, and he was sent off after 14 minutes. Well, he should be back again in about 2 minutes from now. So Natal playing a man short, but they certainly have taken the opportunities, and they got that very good try by Cabos van der Westhuizen, his 22nd, which is a record for Natal, and 22nd in this season, of course, and that is Joel Stransky from about 7 meters inside the Free State half of the field. It's a clear, windless day. Pretty good kicking, 3 out of 3. Joel Stransky. And it's got all the length of the distance. Wait for it. No, not this time. He pulled it and went to the left of the post, and that is the first kick that Stransky has missed in this match, and so it is still 16 points to 3, Natal leading.
There's Guy Kebbel. Guy Kebbel getting attention on his neck, replaced by Lurt Muller. Tox van der Linde moved to the loose head side with Springbok Lurt Muller on the tight head side in the scrum now.
Well, that won't weaken the scrum, really, because Tox van der Linde, in the whole of his career when he was with Free State, was always a loose head prop. He's a big lad and a good rugby player. So Natal, once they get back to having Mark Andrews back on the field, will be all right. They should have a very good scrum. In the meantime, it looks as though Blakeway has gone into the lock position. N.T. Martins, number 9 for Free State, playing in the plain white jerseys. The referee, penalty against Lurt Muller. I think that was Hetty Martins. This is out to Krevach. Krevach kicking ahead, but it goes into touch on the full. So it'll be a line out about on the halfway line. That is Bertus Krevach, very quick wing, rather small in size, but good rugby player. So it will be John Allen, and there Mark Andrews has been called back onto the field. He was sent to the cooler earlier on, and soon you'll see him in picture. That is Kluter at the back of the line out for, he said, Andre Kluter. And there Mark Andrews with a headband around his forehead, back on the field, number 2 in the line out. And interesting to see whether John Allen will throw to him. That is Andre Kluter again. Behind him, Putte Human. And it was to Mark Andrews, but not taken by him. Through quickly was Joe Bierkus, number 6 for Free State. And the referee says closing up too quickly, and a free kick. Quick one taken by Dupree. Teichmann with him and gave it to Tox van der Linde. Well laid back. And still they go. Free State grab it. And that's good work for Rona Opperman for Free State. Well laid back to Henty Martins. De Beer outside his 22. And he places it pretty well. Jabert, very awkward one for Andre Jabert, but he's got plenty of time. And it's his left foot that he prefers, but a bad kick by him. Taken by his opposite number there, Yanni de Beer. And Yanni de Beer, long raking kick. Chasing back for it is Andy Marinos and Cabos van der Westhuizen who gets there first. Cabos, right-footed kick and good covering, but Free State back in an attacking position.
Elementary mistake by Andre Joubert as fullback. You've got to find touch. You put your forwards under a lot of pressure, and that's what happened there. Yanni de Beer saw the gap, pumped it downfield, and Free State on the attack.
Two-man line out. It is taken by Plumtree. Plumtree back to Andrews. In come the other forwards, Lut Muller helping, and picked up by Blakeway. Blakeway to Atherton, and can Natal get it back? They do. Back it comes, a wild pass by Dupree, and getting to it is Jeremy Thompson, and Jeremy Thompson doing the right thing, settling things down and booting it back into touch.
Natal forwards are overdoing that driving and maul at the moment. They had possession. Blakeway took it in again, and then it came back. Robert Dupree just flipped it back, and there was nobody. And Natal were under pressure with Jeremy Thompson clearing.
So it will be it's Puerto Human, captain of Free State. Well taken by Recruiter in the line-out, but the referee not happy. Lifting, he says, being supported before he touched the ball. And so it'll be a free kick, and quickly taken by Dupree, and out to Dick Muir. Dick Muir, this is good running by Natal as Andy Marinos. Had Joubert outside him, hang on too long. Tackled on the 22, and Natal will want to get it. There's that rolling maul, the driving maul. Now they'll want to get it back. Free State counter-attacking. Good work by them. And in the middle of the ruck is Andre Pawson, the centre for Free State. Hanging off is Plumtree. Dupree waits. Dupree has it. And a good little kick ahead. Andre Bear right up there. Tries to get in. Gets to Plumtree. Plumtree will score, I think. Plumtree over. Natal's second try.
Clever play by Andre Joubert. He just knocked it back. And John Plumtree was there 5 yards from the line, and he drove over Natal's second try, scored by the New Zealander, John Plumtree, playing today in his 55th match for Natal. Andre Joubert, there he is, number 15. Hitting it back. John Plumtree, number 7, is there. Kreywagen, a small chap. He just couldn't stop the big flanker from Natal. And he's through. From the back, it looked like this. A kick from Robert Dupree. A good little chip. Joubert just knocked it back. Plumtree was there. Clever play by Andre Joubert. And rounded off by John Plumtree.
Yes, indeed. The lovely little touches by Andre Joubert. If he had caught it there, he would have been bundled out into touch. But knocking it, palming it to the big New Zealand flank forward. Now Stransky has only missed one kick all day. No, I think that's... Oh, bad luck. Well, it's got to go over the crossbar. That is, for Natal, a goal, a drop goal, 2 penalties and a try to the solitary penalty by Free State. And so the 12 minutes to go in this first half of this Lion Cup semi-final played at Bloemfontein. That's a good kick in. And Natal not being able to take it. Free State do well. That's Ruben Creer. Ruben Creer bashing his way forward. And Free State are good at laying it back from the ruck. Second phase. And good work by Nakadrotsky, who played flank most of his career. Now they'll want it from third phase. And Puerto Human does very well. Tries to get it back there to... Bierkus was there as well. But a penalty against Natal for preventing the ball coming back from that ruck. And here is a gift penalty for Free State.
Yanni de Beer succeeded with 1 in the first half. The only points Free State got is the penalty. There it is again. Puerto Iman going through. Henty Martin just couldn't hold on. Loert Miller robbing him from the ball, and the referee immediately deciding to award the penalty. No advantage. So Yanni de Beer, straightforward kick. There's the 25 of Free State, of Natal. Yanni de Beer successful with 1 very good kick, and this could be his second successful penalty. It's straightforward. He'll have no problem with distance.
Only 22 years old, Yanni de Beers played 35 games for Free State, and there are the penalties. Free State have had 6 and Natal 4. And so crowd hushed. Yanni de Beers. Oh, he made it look a bit more difficult, but 3 points is 3 points.
There's no side columns, no side remarks. It's through the polls. 6 points for Free State, Natal 21. And that after 30 minutes in the first half here in Free State Stadium. Joel Stransky with the restart.
Making sure his men are behind him, and nice hanging kick. Up against Andre Kluter for it. Looks as though Mark Andrews was in. Going to get it. Lurt Muller doing well for Natal. And there's that maul again. Mark Andrews, number 5, in at the back. And Andre Duprier wants it. Stransky to Muir. Muir back to Stransky. And coming in very quick, Andre Duprier. Out there to Marinos. Andy Marinos. And the cover defense getting attacked by Trevor. And to Muir. Dick Muir with it now. Picked up by Free State, Fourie. And that is Ruben Krier. Ruben Krier laying it back. Henty Martins back to Yanni de Beers in his 22, and that's a good kick. Very good kick by Yanni de Beers under a lot of pressure, and he's booted it right from well in his 22 up into Natal territory by a matter of 9 meters.
Good play by Free State, good defense. Marinos had no way. Dick Muir was there, but alone, isolated. Free State robbed him of the ball, and a good relieving kick by Yanni de Beers. Look where he's taken play to the Natal 10-yard line. Very good kick by Yanni de Beers.
And now John Allen having a word with his line-out forwards. It looks as though we have a replacement.
Kluter is off tick, and it's Bram Elses on the field.
So Andre Kluter, sad to lose him because he played 134 matches for Free State. And this is Robert Duprier with it. Good handoff by him, quite legitimate. And now Hendrik Kluter outside his 22. Deciding to open up. That was a bit dangerous. Cabot van der West is nearly intercepted. Back to Kluter. Kluter trying to get it over there to Chris Badenhorst, but back inside. Kluter again involved. But that was a little bit risky, Pete, wasn't it?
Well, the only chance Free State's got to open up play, Chick, and stretch it as far as possible. It's a hot day. This match is an hour earlier than normal. So we said it's cold today, but the sun are shining, and there's the Free State plan is very, very clear. They want to stretch the Natalians as far as possible.
But this time it'll be Natal who are going to dictate tactics, and it's Robert Duprier. That's not a bad up and under. The forwards are being able to get under it. Duprier himself following up there, and good work by Atherton. Steve Atherton going forward. Robert Duprier again. Up there to Jeremy Thompson. And Marinos got men on his inside. Tackled by Krovachen and Hendrik Kluter. And the ball is picked up, flipped back to Robert Duprier, but they couldn't quite get through. And I don't know who that man is on the ground there.
That's Marinos. After his run, he was well tackled. 3 yards short from the Free State line. Looks like a shoulder injury. This field is bone dry. Hard field. Let's have a look. Atherton driving. Good play by Springbok lock. Robert Duprier. Then out to Jeremy Thompson. He threw his man. Good play by Marinos. There he comes. And it's a good tackle by Hendrik Kluter on him. Number 14. He goes down. And Robert Duprier just couldn't hold on to the ball. 3 yards short of the Free State line. He's okay.
It was a heavy tackle by the big man, Hendrik Kluter, 6'5", which is huge by full-back standards. And it's like Ollie Leroux, whose real name is Andre Henry Leroux. He's okay. Free State with it. The referee says that went through 90 degrees, so Henty Martins will have to put it in again. Front row, Natal, Lurt Muller, John Allen, and Van der Linde. Very powerful front row. And that's the try line of Free State. Henty Martins trying to kick himself. Didn't gain much ground, but he made sure that this line out is, there it is, only about 12 meters from the Free State line. And it'll be Natal to throw in. No doubt they'll stretch a long line. There it is, only 6 minutes to go in the first half. 21-6 for Natal, a very useful lead. And there's no wind at all, so neither side has any advantage. It's a lovely day for rugby, a bit overcast. And tap back by Natal. That's good work by Blakeway at the back there. And Robert Duprier, Teichmann, Out there to Allen. This will be tried by Marinos. Andy Marinos in for the try, but that was good handling through the hands very quickly. Lovely play by Natal.
Very, very good play. Natal won the line out at the back. They drove midfield. They were stopped in midfield. Blakeway was prominent. It came back, and very, very good handling by the Natal backs. That's Andy Marinos. Here it is again, Robert Depree. Well taken by Gary Teichmann. Very good play. John Allen was there feeding Marinos, and Joe Beekers tried, but it was too late. There's again. Let's have a look, Chick.
From the other side, and it's good work by Natal getting first base from the line out. Blakeway putting it back well, and watch, into the picture comes Marinos, and well taken by him. He played most of his rugby as a centre three-quarter.
Still only 21 player, and a very promising young boy, scoring in the right-hand corner, Natal's third try. Let's have a look at this kick conversion from by Stransky. There's the poles, the view. It's 5 yards from touch.
Yes, he'll have to keep his head down. See how hard that field looks with scorched ground here. It's a lovely kick. It's a beautiful kick. He'll be very pleased with that, will Joel Stransky.
That's textbook stuff. That's great kicking by Stransky. 5 yards from touch, adding the extra 2 points, and that's so important to add the extra 2 points. So the score moves to 28 points to 6.
Made up by 2 goals, a drop, 2 penalties and a try, to the 2 penalties by Free State. And Free State getting up very quickly there. Graham Else right up in the van of that charge, but good work by Natal, pushing them back. There's the maul. And good second phase. Stransky tackled there by Ruben Creer. Going in is Atherton and Andrews to try to get it. Lut Muller, number 18. Andrews battling, trying to grab it. Nakadrotsky doing well for Free State. And back it comes Robert Depree. Teichmann out to Marinos. Marinos again. That's the right thing to do. He was hemmed in. Backward is Tuta. Awkward one. He'd pull it over his line. That'll be 5-meter scrum. A difficult one because he had to hesitate as the ball didn't bounce kindly for him, and he was over the try line, and so carried over by Hendrik Tuta. In addition to those games for Free State, he played many games for Transvaal, of course. A very experienced player, Hendrik Tuta, but a very dangerous situation for Free State. Excellent situation for Natal. Teichmann to Robert Depree to Marinos, and has he got it? Yes. The touch judge, that's good cooperation between touch judge and referee. The touch judge running round to indicate to the referee that as far as he was concerned, it was a good try. So another try by Andy Marinos, and that's his second.
Gary Teichmann, Robert Depree there. Let's have a look. He's in there. From this side, there's Robert Depree again. Gary Teichmann, Robert Depree, good handling. And Marinos takes it well, puts it down. Touch judge is happy. And the referee, Mr. Steph Neertling, awarded the try. That's Natal's fourth. Marinos second within the space of 2 minutes. Another kick for Stransky this time, right from touch.
That was Ruben Creer trying desperately to push Marinos out to touch.
He had the recipe for the previous one, so let's see if he's got it right again, Chick.
Yes, it's a similar position, perhaps 2 meters further towards the touchline. This could hardly be a more angled kick, and it's a lovely kick. Goodness, he's got his kicking boots on today. Over the crossbar.
Well, that's computerized kicking. That's beautiful kicking. 2 more points added on. Makes it 35 points to 6. And there's still 2 minutes to go.
And that has come from the... Natal have actually scored 4 tries. 1 by Cabos Penavestos and 1 by Plumtree and 2 by Marinos. And hanging kick, Andrews up there, but Free State grab it. Teichmann doing well for Natal. But the referee not happy with the little handling mistake. A knock forward by Natal and the Free State ball. On the Natal 10-meter line. Natal backs lining absolutely flat. Have to be careful not to be offside if the ball is held. They must remain with both feet behind the last line of feet of the men in the scrum. See that flat line out by Natal on absolute defense. Henty Martins waits. Back it comes. This is out to Pawson. Pawson to Truter coming into the line. And Joe Bjerkes getting there. And coming back is for Pawson. And taken there by Drotsky. Marker Drotsky, the hooker. Natal intercept. Blakeway. Chased by Krewagen. and Dick Muir, Lut Muller, Andrews. This is tremendous rugby, but the touchline is one there. Touch judges, flag goes up, but good running rugby, good passing. Mark Andrews, the man who is pushed into touch.
He's having a very good game, Mark Andrews. There he is, only 21 years old, still under 21. And his 16th game today for Natal. But what strides this man has made this season, Chick. He's really improved.
He's a great jumper at number 2 in the line. He really gets off the ground very well. There he is with the band around his head. They'll probably keep it away from him, will Free State. And in fact, a free kick for closing the line before too early. And the quick one, Henty Martins. De Beer out there to Pawson. Joe Bjerkus coming into the line. But good cover defense by Natal. And Henty Martins with it again. Tries to get it out. Ollie Leroux with it. But a handling error. And left for play. Well, we've had 40 minutes on the stopwatch, so we're now in that bit of time that the referee adds on for stoppages.
Very clear that Free State want to run with the ball, open up play, but the Natal pack are just too dominant at this stage.
And this time it's Teichmann picked it up, and that was Plumtree. Plumtree trying to get his pass out to Cabot from the Westhuizen, but a bit of a misunderstanding, and into touch. Quick one. What else was there? That's Ruben Krier who gave it to Putte Human. Krewagen. But the Natal defense is there with Stransky and Blakeway. And here's Hendrik Trutter getting into the act, number 15 for Free State. Ollie Leroux helping Free State, but it's going to be Natal who are going to get it. Robert Duprier sees a gap. Still going through, looks for the Plumtree he gets. Plumtree will lay it back. Now Natal will want the second phase again. And out it goes with John Allen, for both van der Westhuizen. Natal really throwing it all over the place. Van der Westhuizen again. And they're really letting the ball do the work.
Good play again. They're probably getting too much ball. That's why they're wasting some of it. Bad passing out to Cabot van der Westhuizen. He was standing, and there was no room to move in, and Free State ball.
After the half-time looming up, and Henty Martins a little kick ahead, but just too far, drifts into touch. And there is the half-time whistle. So at half-time, we have had tries for Natal by Cabot van der Westhuizen, by John Plumtree, 2 by Andy Murinos, and Natal leading by 3 goals, a drop goal, 2 penalties, and a try to 2 penalties by Free State. 35 points to 6. Very difficult to come back from that tremendous deficit, but that's the score, and from us we'll say cheerio and back in studio.
Enjoy the break with a pride of beers, Lion Lager. We'll soon be back with more Lion Cup action. Down a Lion, feel satisfied.
That's right, lover boy. Giddy up. You can do it. Yes. That's right. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going, lover boy. Right. Oh, lover boy. Lover boy. Don't
From
stop.
August 23rd, TAB is introducing cheaper bets, so you can bet more often and win more often.
Laser fast, laser accurate. The Minolta Win Laser Printer for PostScript in Windows with virtual 600 DPI quality. Available for just 159 Rand 60 cents per month. Minolta Laser Printers, creating office harmony.
Lion Lager neem u terug na die aksie. Terug om te sien wie alles gaan inspan vir rugby goud. Biermanskap, leeu plesier.
Welkom terug hier by die Vrystaat Stadion in Bloemfontein. Heerlike sonskyndag. Die Natalers wat wanneer hulle dan 'n bietjie water drink en so 'n bietjie asem skep voorloop met daardie telling van 35 punte teenoor 6. En Nick, daar lê geen twyfel nie dat die Natalers voor in beheer is, maar hulle balretensie is beter, balverspreiding is beter. Vrystaat die sukkel om veral in die lynstaande balle te kry.
Christo, ja, ek dink die Vrystaat het 1 bal in die lynstaande sover gewen in hierdie eerste helfte wat verby is nie. Natal wat indruk maak met hulle pak voorspelers, die beheer van die bal, hulle balretensie is baie goed. Hulle dryf en maalbewegings gekoördineerd en baie gedissiplineerd in die balle wat hulle van daardie goeie besit wen, gebruik hulle ook baie oordeelkundig en effektief agterlangs. Die Vrystaat het partye waar hulle van die losbal in die hande gekry het. Goed gespeel van daar af, ongelukkig foute gemaak. Foute ook wat vir Natal 'n 3 of 2 gekos het, maar 3 wat Natal verdien het. In die sin is dat hulle as gevolg van die geweldige druk wat hulle op die Vrystaaters geplaas het, daardie foute gedwonge was.
Ja, dit is die Natalers wat daar kringetjie vorm en taktiek bespreek, maar net voor dit het hy ook die gesig van Ruben Kreer gesien, asof dit half met 'n pyn vertrek was. Dit kan dalk nie goed vir die Vrystaaters voorspel nie. Maar hy gaan sy plek inneem, maar die Natalers wat toevallig nog nooit die Lionbeker kon wen nie. Net 4 spanne het sedert 1983 toe daar die eerste keer om hierdie trofee meegeding is, die Lionbeker kon wen. Vrystaat toevallig daar die eerste keer in 83, maar die Natalers het hierdie trofee nog nie kon wen. Hulle het weliswaar in die finaal gespeel 1 keer en toe het hulle natuurlik baie sleg slag gekry teen Transvaal. Nou ja, dit is Dawie Tron, een van die plaasvervangers wat besig is om daar reg te maak. En ons sal moet sien wie se plek hy dalk net nou op die veld gaan verskyn.
Christo, net om aan te sluit daarby, ek dink Ruben Kreer is nie heeltemal reg nie. Hoewel hy terug is op die veld, is dit moontlik dat hy deur Dawie Tron vervang kan word.
Ja, dit kan 'n groot terugslag vir die Vrystaat wees. Die afskop van Janie de Beer, Robert de Pre, Stransky. Nou, dis of hierdie Natalse loskaker met baie meer selfvertroue speel van hy terug is uit Natal, terug is uit Australië. Mark Andrews.
Pressure, John, boy. Pressure, Johnny.
Ja, die tekens was daar.
Pressure, John.
Vrystaat maak 'n fout toe. Sê meneer Neetling, tikskoppie deur Robert de Pre. Plumtree. Robert de Pre trek die Vrystaaters in, dan is daar spasie aan die oorkant. In die hande van Andy Marinos. En dis Marinos binnekant toe, dis Joe Bekes wat daar is. Red die situasie vir die oomblik, maar dit is 4-5 tree van die Vrystaat doellyn af. Martens agtertoe, Janie de Beer het dit. In die hande van Andrei Possen. En is nog steeds Andrei Possen wat dan begin hardloop. Skop diep, was binnekant sy kwartgebied, kan groot verligting bring. Stransky. Nou ja, hierdie kant toe en daardie kant toe. Trap uit hier aan die diskant, die vlag is omhoog as Ollie Leroux daar vir Thompson baie hard aarde toe ry, maar die vletjie het geblaas. Ja, dit was 'n stukkie opwindende spel, nie kom hierdie tweede helfte soos dit ware mee te begin.
Natal wat begin het daarmee, aangee binnekant toe, wat Joe Bekes in die hande gekry het, daardie los bal is gewen deur die Vrystaat, agter die doellyn begin hardloop en goed gevorder het. Ondernemende spel aan die Vrystaat se kant ook.
Drotsky sukkel vanmiddag om sy springers te vind. Daar gaan weer een verlore, Blakeway. Stransky, Atherton, hy is knaan daar op binnesenter, Teichman. Maar die oorkant toe, André Joubert. Hy het van Marinos aan die buitekant, ongelukkig nie 'n goeie aangee vir die Natalers nie, goed verdedig deur die Vrystaat, maar Atherton is knaand hier in die agterlyn, vervul die rol van 'n tweede senter en Teichman is aan die buitekant ook dikwels by om verder ondersteuning te verleen.
So hy probeer in die middelveld, om die Vrystaat se agterlyn, die verdedigingslyn te ontbrug. Hy slaag daarin, trek 2-3 agterspelers op hom en van daar af speel die Natalers met die een man oor.
Janie de Beer soek na ondersteuning, maar meneer Neetling het reeds beduie, Natal was omkamp. Nou ja, de Beer, Janie de Beer wat die strafskop sal benut om die Vrystaaters dan so 'n bietjie weg te kry hier van hulle kwartgebied af. En natuurlik dan ook Vrystaat wat sal kan ingooi by die lyn staan, maar dit gaan daar met hulle werklik nie baie goed nie.
Vrystaat kry te min balbesit. Te min balbesit uit die vaste spel uit. En as hulle geweldig onderdruk as die bal wel loskom. En self die voordeel van die enkele losballe wat hulle kry, kan hulle nie vorentoe speel nie. As jy kyk na die lyn staan het toegeken 12 in die Vrystaat, waarvan Natal 5 afgeneem het.
Opperman hierdie keer, Janie de Beer. Oorkant toe. Kan 'n goeie skop word. Marinos val terug. Die Vrystaaters baie stadig om te gaan druk toepas. Net Andrei Fourie wat deur is. Of deurgegaan het. Ja, dis Wickers van Heerden, een van die Natalse plaasvervangers wat daar sit. Ook Guy Kibbel wat beseer is. Net binne kan die kwartgebied van Natal hierdie lyn staan. Natalers wat hierdie keer gestraf word, wat hulle die gaping toegemaak het. Vryskop aan Vrystaat, Henty Martens, Jannie de Beer, Ruben Kreur. Nou soek die Vrystaat om, Martens het dit na Kadrotski. Hy is na binnekant toe nog steeds Drotski. Vrystaat in 'n sterk posisie nou, Jannie de Beer, die Natalers was ontkant. Hier Netling wag vir voordeel en Orrie Leroux kry die bal in die hande en hy gaan oor. Sterk jongste, baie prominent. Hy is gelukkig. En die Vrystaat wat dan hulle eerste 3 van die wedstryd druk.
Dis ook baie goeie skeieregterwerk deur meneer Stef Neerding. Hy het reeds sy hand opgehaal om 'n strafskop aan die Vrystaat toe te ken. Daar steek hy sy hand op, hy wag vir die voordeel en dit is waar Ollie Leroux bykom. Baie goeie hanteerwerk om tel die bal van die grond op met 'n brute krag en sy spoed beer hy oor die lyn. Natal is by die skies Christo. Die Jannie de Beer wat inkom, die bal terugplaas, pragtig terugplaas. Ollie Leroux wat kom ondersteun en met sy krag vorentoe beer vir wel vir 3 vir die Vrystaaters op hierdie stadion.
Dis maar sy derde, vierde wedstryd vandag, so dit kan sy eerste 3 wees. Baie belovende speler wat eintlik die seisoen vir die Vrystaatse onder 21 span diens gedoen het. Jannie de Beer was in die kol tot dusver met 2 strafskoppe. Veral die een was baie ver hier amper van die middellyn af. Hierdie een is nie ver nie, dis nie baie skuins nie, dit behoort vir 'n skopper van sy formaat net formaliteit te wees. Maar die 3 stoor die Vrystaaters in die dubbelsyfers in. En de Beer voeg nog 2 by. Ja. Moet sê, dis 'n bal wat redelik luierig paal toe rigting toe getrek het. Koers gevat het 35-13 met 6 minute wat aan verstreke is in hierdie tweede helfte.
Stel hierdie 3 so kort in die aanvang van die tweede helfte sal vir die Vrystaaters baie beteken. En mens kan net hoop vir hulle dat hulle 'n bietjie meer selfvertroue sal kry en meer besit sal kry, want die agterstand wat hulle moet inhaal is baie groot.
Stranski se afskop. Els het oorgestuur, Teichman wag vir hom hier aan die diskant. Ja, Leroux wat gestraf word, het daar oor die bal gegaan. En Stranski wat onmiddellik met hy gaan pale toe skop. Dis André Hendrie Leroux, jy sien daar gebeur dit.
Kadrotski wat die Natal daar vasvat, saampak van Natal wat die beheer het en op daardie stadium wat die Vrystaaters 2 van hulle oor die bal val, maar dit is Ollie Leroux en die skeieregter wat hom uitwys as die persoon wat laaste oor is en daardie bal toegeval het wat op pad was om by Natal uit te kom.
Nou sê Nick, daai was een van daai klassieke voorbeelde waar 'n speler in die losgemaal is en hier van agteraf as dit ware gehelp word deur sy spanmaats en dan gaan hulle oor die bal. En ek dink nie dit was met opset nie, maar 5 uit 7 vir Joel Stranski. Hy het vanmiddag 'n goeie wedstryd. Speel met baie selfvertroue. Sy skopwerk paal toe is goed. Een van daai 2 wat nie oor was nie, was teen die reg op paal vas. Hierdie keer maak hy baie seker.
Dis die Natal wat elke geleentheid gebruik, as die kans kry om punte aan te teken, dit reg kry en veral Stranski met sy uitstekende en akkurate stelskopwerk wat net die foute kan maak vanmiddag nie.
Ja, hy het reeds 18 van daardie 38 punte bygedra, die ander 20 4-3, Jannie de Beer se afskop. Teichman, oor die skree Natalers van Comtash. John Allen speel baie goed, verder gevoer deur Van der Linden, neergetrek deur Paulsen, Andrews tot op die 10-tree stippellyn van Vrystaat. Natal wat verwoestend lyk hoe hy gaan beskikbaar stel. De Pre, Stranski na die diskant toe, word gejaag deur Jannie de Beer en is nog steeds Stranski. Jeremy Thompson, goed verdedig deur die Vrystaaters. Thompson wat net nie daar kom nie. En dan die Natalers wat hierdie keer gestraf word. Tikskop deur Henty Martens. Ruben Creer. Creer in die moeilikheid. Probeer dit agter toe speel. Natal was die 10 tree terug nie. Daar was die voordeel nie. Maar die vrystaanders wat hier binnekant baie na hulle doelgebied eintlik begin het met daardie bal. Maar gestuit is Ruben Creer en toe die Natalers dan die 10 tree verder weg was nie, is dit die vrystaanders wat nou geleentheid kan kry om hom weer te benut. De Beer.
Goeie skopie deur Janie de Beer wat redelik naby aan die kantlyn was, maak seker om hierdie voordeel van daardie straf te kry, voordeel dat die vrystaanders die bal kan ingooi by die lyn staan.
5, 3,
Ja, dis De Beer.
7.
50 daar by die streep. Goeie aanduiding dat dit hier net binne kan die halfgebied van Natal is. Bram Els het omgekom, Martens, De Beer, André Fourie. Natalse verdediging is daar. Teichman en Plumtree, Henty Martens kom met hom diskant toe. Chris Wadners is daar om vir Van der Westhuizen te pla. Bram Els is ook daar. Goeie draaispel deur die vrystaand, vorder tot op die kwartlyn van Natal. Van der Westhuizen het die bal gehad, so Natal nog steeds in besit. Blykbaar lyk dit vir my dit nou. Vrystaandse ingooi, blykbaar wat die bal laaste gehad het, wat so bietjie bly sit.
Kom Blakey, kom Blakey. Well done, John.
Ja, kom Blakey. Sê een van die Natalers. Man wat 'n lang pad met Natalse rugby kom, is besig om nader te kruip aan sy 90-tal. Steve Atherton in beeld. Trotsky. Ja, verloor hom. Dis 'n strafskop daar aan Natal.
Natalers wat deur die lyn Natalers, ekskuus Christo, wat deur die lyn gekom het. Nee, Steek Leerling het gewys dat oor die omkantlyn gekom en hulle word daarvoor gestraf.
Ja, Janie de Beer. Feitlik van dieselfde plekkie waar hy net nou die doelskop gehad het. Mens kan byna die vorige hoopie sand net so 'n halwe treetjie wat voor hom sien, maar hier was die lyn staan. Ja, ongelukkig daar bietjie verder dieper in die lyn staan was daar 'n Nataller wat oor die lyn gekom het. Die springers hier voor het so bietjie die beeld daar versper, maar intussen is dit Janie de Beer met 'n mooi skoot van die telbord ook daar in die agtergrond. Pragtige dag, paar wolke in die lug. Maar geen wind nie. En rugby wat die skare geniet. Natal wat die bal rondgooi. Vrystaand wat nie van lê nie. Bereid is om ook as hulle die geleentheid kry te hardloop met die bal. Maar Janie de Beer nou wat gaan kyk of hy Vrystaand se 13 kan laat opskuif na 16. En hy doen dit inderdaad. En de Beer wat met daardie skop dan die telling dat aanskuif na 16 vir die Vrystaand. 12 minute is verstreek in die tweede helfte. Natal natuurlik nog steeds groot voorsprong 38. Natal is ook 4-3 gedruk teenoor die een van die Vrystaand. Joe Stransky word hier ingewag deur Bram Els. Ja, Teichman gaan hom weer afneem daar. Dat die Vrystaanders die werk doen. Ja, Teichman was in besit, maar Natal kon hom nie beskikbaar stel nie en Vrystaand wat die voordeel kry. Gary Teichman is 'n speler wat werklik baie hard speel. Staan nou hier in die tweede skrimskakelposisie. Martens agtertoe na de Beer. Hy ontwyk daar vir De Preje en vir Plumtree, skop met die linkervoet.
Die Natallers wat aan die lyn staan, baie kwaai druk op Janie de Beer toepas. Hulle het hom vasgedruk teen die kantlyn, maar hy het gesy stap binnekant toe. Hulle op die Natallers weer verkeerde voet gevang en met 'n goeie linkerskop die kantlyn gehaal.
Kortlyn staan Atherton en Andrews. Opperman en Els. Daar word gewag vir voordeel. Is Leroux, Oorhyman van die Vrystaand. Soek hom, Martens kry dit na Ruben Creer. Derde fase, kan hy beskikbaar kom. Martens het dit. Dis weer Leroux. Binne aan die kwartgebied van Natal. Spat agtertoe. Vrystaand soek hom, dis Joe Bekes wat dit het. Daar's 'n muur van verdedigers. Bruno Opperman, hy gaan vasgevat word. Martens, Ruben Creer. Dit is nou omtrent 6de fase agtertoe in die hande van Joe Bekes. André Fourie. Baie goeie voordeel toegelaat deur die skeieregter aan die kant toe. Bertus Skrywaag en Chris Barnard. Se skoppie vir Hendrik Treiter aan die oorkant. Waar
Christo skitterspel, 3-4 loskams met krag gespeel. Ruben Kreer baie prominent geweest. Pragtige balretensie geweest. Goed gedoen deur die Vrystaaters.
En André Joubert wat afskop, maar ek dink Chris Barnard het vir hom daar gekla nee. Ja, meneer Weetling van tog bedui dat hulle weer moet afskop of inskop. Maar ja, 'n stukkie spel wat die Vrystaaters so 'n bietjie sal moet gee. Stransky hier na Dick Meer toe. Na Robert de Pre toe. Ja, dit is met groot selfvertroue wat die Natalers dit doen. Met buitekant hulle kwartgebied, maar hulle wil besit hê. Ja, hulle het so 4-5 voor die al gevorder. Gary Teichman. Ja, dan is dit die Natalers wat die bal lyk vir my op die grond daar speel of hy pas. Robert de Pre wat gestraf word. Nee, dis Teichman en dan is die Natalers terugpraat 10 tree verder. Gary Teichman wat daar laaste opgestaan het. En Janie de Beer wat gaan pale toeskop. Maar niks skielik, 'n bietjie meer vuur in die Vrystaatspan. Daar is meer doelgerigtheid. Hulle het uit die aard van die saak kry op die oomblik meer balle uit die lynstaande uit.
Christo, ja, hulle kry van die basisspel af kry hulle baie meer balle, maar verblydend vir die Vrystaaters is dat die bal wat hulle kry, hulle retensie is baie hoog op die oomblik. Hulle wen 3, 4, 5 los scrums waar kwai en sterk ingedryf word en veral baie sterk op die voorkant is die jong Ollie Leroux en Ruben Kreer wat baie sterk vorentoe speel. Die Vrystaaters, die besit wat hulle kry van die losspel word goed gebruik en hulle speel daarmee vorentoe en goeie ondersteuning by die punt van 11 breek elke keer.
Nou ja, Janie de Beer wat gaan stel aan die bal. En intussen is dit de Beer wat korrel. We sien tot dusver skop hy baie goed. Hierdie een vat ook koerspane toe. Nog 3 punte by vir die Vrystaat.
Christo, in die tussentyd is dit baie jammer, maar Ruben Kreer het van die veld afgekom. Hy word vir in die 16e minuut sien nie die telling dan 38-19, maar Ruben Kreer is van die veld af. David Tron wat in voorryman is op die veld. Ons sal nou sien watter verskuiwings die Vrystaaters gaan maak.
Kreer wat sy skouer hou vas. Rustyd sal hy onthou, was dit al 'n probleem. Ja, Vrystaaters wat daar die bal miskien so 'n bietjie agterloosig uitgooi daar. Skare hou nie daarvan nie, maar dit was beslis Joe Bekers wat die bal met die hande daar uitgegooi het. Jy sien dit is Ruben Kreer wat tot dusver sy hart uitgespeel het. Maar daar die skouer die pla. 35 wedstryde vir die Vrystaat gespeel. Jong flank. Wat daar in Australië werklik goeie rugby gespeel het net buite die kwartgebied van Vrystaat. Joe Bekers in beeld. Is agtertoe. Teichman het dit skeef aangegooi.
Christo, Ollie Leroux gaat nou op die hakkersak met David Tron. David Tron op die loskop. En Naka Droski sal na die flank toe beweeg aan Ruben Kreer se plek.
Ja, dat is 'n goeie skram deur die Vrystaat onder die omstandighede. Uit agtertoe na Janie de Beer. Kan 'n lange word hierdie. Maar is nie uit nie. André Joubert is pragtig daar. Hy gaan nie skop nie. Doen hy dit nou nadat hy eers sy opsies oorweeg het. Ongelukkig vir hom direk uit. Vrystater, hoewel hy natuurlik van Natal af kom het oorspronklik. By Koffsies, by die Vrystaat Universiteit kom studeer het. Eers daar in Natal, waar hy 'n groot staatmaker is. Vrystaat wat ons die lynstand besit kan kry nie. Meneer Netling wag vir voordeel Stransky. Toets vir Treiter en vir Baadnors. Baadnors is onder hom. Vat dit baie goed raak. Treiter het pragtig gaan ondersteun. Treiter na die oorkant toe. Aan die enkel beet gekry, Chris Baadnors weer betrokke by die spel. Commenty Martens met hom, skop vas teen 'n Nataller. En Joe Stransky die kruif goed by, miskien so 'n bietjie laat gestamp. Hy kyk vir die skeieregter, meneer, wil jy nie maar dink daaroor nie, maar meneer Netling is tevrede, net buite die kwartgebied van Vrystaat. Sien, daar is dit.
Kom toch. Come on.
Baadnos wat miskien net so met die arm amper gedruk het teen Stransky. Graham Els, Martens, Jannie de Beer. Teichmann sit hom agterna. Is weer nie uit nie. Van der Westhuizen. André Joubert in die middel van die veld. Baie tyd, baie opsies. Dis weer Van der Westhuizen speel pragtig na die bal toe. Word ingewang deur Hendrik Trieter binnekant sy kwartgebied. Dis een van die pluspunte ook in die Natalse span, Nick. Hulle speel na die bal toe, maar kom ons hou vir Trieter dop. Kruiwagen, Pote Human wat dit miskien nie verwag het nie. Natal nie 10 tree terug nie. Weer Pote Human, maar hy's 'n bietjie alleen. Daar's nie ondersteuning by nie. Ollie Leroux het dit weer. Nataller wat goed bykry, John Allen. So John Plumtree wat hier aan die diskant 'n draai kom maak by die noodhulpmanne. Heel wat beserings dus tot dusver in hierdie wedstryd. Seelander. Breed. Deur Paulsen. Baie goed gevorder aan die oorkant. Deur die Natal is ongelukkig kan hulle mekaar nie vind nie, maar weer goeie spel deur Natal.
Dis 'n goeie ondersteunende spel veral op die voordeellyn. Dit is hoekom hulle oor die verdedigingslyn van die Vrystaaters kom. Ongelukkig vir hulle, dit was nie 'n goeie aangee nie, 'n lang aangee na die buitekant toe wat verlore gegaan het.
Martens, De Beer, Teichmann is daar om te pla, maar hy gaan uitskop aan die oorkant. Nou ja, dit is so sake in hierdie stadium staan van hierdie tweede helfte. Die Natalers wat voorloop, 2 keer soveel punte as die Vrystaat, 38 punte teenoor 19. En in hierdie stadium lyk dit of Natal op pad is na sy tweede eindstryd.
Well, that score certainly a lot better than the 35-6 it was at half-time. And now Vickers van Heerden, that was on the field in place of Plumtree. And that's Blakeway. That is good work by Natal. Forsen going in for Free State to try and stem the tide. And Henty Martins. Henty Martins out it goes, and that is Chris Badenhorst. Lovely bit of running by Chris Badenhorst. Henty Martins to Truter. Truter kicking ahead, being chased there by Dick Muir and Truter. At the ball, getting into touch before any of them. That's big Hendrik Truter, who did well there. Chris Badenhorst in front of him. Probably the tallest and the shortest of the two in the transfer, the side there. Well, there's territory advantage. Natal started off having the worst of things, but they've certainly come back to have most of the territorial advantage. Not at this moment. That's the Free State on the attack. Lut Muller on the right of the screen. And a lovely jump by Mark Andrews. Natal have done so well in the lineouts. Natal controlling it, but now they want to get it back. Free State have seemed to manage to stem this tide, and that's Dick Muir. Getting it back to Robert Dupree. Out there to Thompson, and good quick bit of work by Joubert. Out to Marinos, Andy Marinos. Tutor, and the tackled by his opposite number. Hendrik Tutor was there and coming in very hard with Natal, and the referee saying that was a bit over robust to Vickers van Heerden, who came on a few minutes ago in place of John Plumtree. So I think it was
down there, but dangerous play by Van Heerden. Took the man without the ball. Natal have lost their way somehow in the second half. Free State came back very nicely, 35-6 down at halftime. Free State scored 13 points in the second half to Natal's 3. So interesting half. There it is again. Vickers van Heerden, number 20, going in now and hitting people without the ball there. Shoulder charge. Play carries on.
And Vickers, of course, is a brother of the great Mona van Heerden, who played so many games for South Africa at lock. That's Joe Burkus of Free State, who came in instead of Theo Oosthuizen, who withdrew this morning. The sad thing that Johan Steger will probably not play rugby again. I spoke to him before the match, and he said he's damaged his back. So often happens as those vertebrae, L4, L5, and the gaps get narrowed, and his doctor has advised that he should consider not playing again, and he's going to take that advice. So a great player Steger has been over the years, and how sad it is that he won't play again. Here's the possession. Interesting for the lineouts, Natal totally dominating with 15 against 5. And they're doing better in the broken play. But Free State have come very well back into the match in the second half, particularly in the loose. They've got a lot of ruck ball, and they seem to have managed to counter this rolling ball that Natal had in the beginning. Vickers van Heerden, number 20 on the right there. Natal throw in, Marco Drotsky throwing in, taken by Bram Els. But a free kick, Henty Martins gives to Jannie de Beer. That's Pawson. Can they get it back? Good second phase by Free State again. And can they get it back? Third phase. Henty Martins wants it. He gets it. And gives it to Bram Els. This is a try. This is Chris Badenhorst going in. And Chris Badenhorst, that is interesting. He has now broken the record for the number of tries scored by an individual in the Lion Cup. He scored 13 tries in the Lion Cup now, and previously he had 12, and that equaled by Karel du Plessis of Western Province, Christy Noble of Natal, and Neil Burger. So there is the man who has scored 13 tries in this, and that is good work by Bram Els. There's Tuto, good passing by him. Chris Badenhorst going for the line, and Blakeway just too late to stop it.
Very good play by Free State. There it is again from the back. Bram Els. Out to Henty Martins, to the winger from Free State, the right wing, Chris Badenhorst over, and that is a record in the Lion Cup. Good play by Free State. They're not out of this match yet. 38 points now to 24. Conversion still to come. Jannie de Beer kicked superbly today. 5 out of 5.
And amazing that in the second half, Natal have only scored 3 points, and Free State have come from having had 6 to 24, and it could be 26. And it's a lovely kick by Jannie de Beer right through the middle, and it means that in the second half Free State has scored 20 points and Natal have scored only 3. So Free State 2 goals and 4 penalties, Natal 3 goals, a drop goal, 3 penalties and a try. And left for play in this match about 14 minutes. And we go from El Sandro, Trainer Offerman, Henty Martins back to De Beer. De Beer challenged by Gary Teichmann, and here's a quick throw in coming. Cabos van der Weersteden to Jabeur. Jabeur is tackled by Bram Els. Still retaining possession. Marco Brodsky in the middle of it too. For Free State. And then goes John Allen. Atherton, number 4 for Natal. All buried somewhere in the middle of all those chaps. Lakeway's had a fine game today. Gordie Human doing his best for Free State, and they get it. Back it comes. A long one there. Out to Fourie. Fourie kicking ahead. Chased by Truta. And Marinos. Andy Marinos spragged by Truta. And Chris Badenhorst in the act, coming right from the right wing over into the left. That's good. Enterprising play by Chris Badenhorst, but the referee spotted a knock forward, and they were strong. Interesting, they'll have 3 props in the front row, with Davy Teron coming on, and Marco Drotsky, the hooker, going to the flank with Joe Bukes.
So we had 4 replacements, 2 on each side so far in the match.
But I see that it looks as though Plumtree's back on the field. He went off. It might have been, I'm not sure. I thought I caught a sight of him with his head bandaged up.
That was Van Heerden with the headband, so he came off and he went back again. I think Plumtree is allowed to go back, Chick, in the new laws, that if there's an injury, bleeding,
that's right,
he could go back.
As long as he's off for less than 5 minutes. So now we'll watch the scrum. 3 props in the front row, and they'll probably still get it with the new laws of hooking. And not this time to collapse scrum. The referee will want them. No, it is Vickers van Heerden. My apologies. Vickers van Heerden, number 20, with his head bandaged. And Henty Martins to put in. Put a human to Henty Martins to Jannie de Beer. And Fourie coming through very quickly. Crossing the advantage line. Free State will want to get it back. And some good work there by Dick Muir, kicking close by the Westhuizen. But it is Truta. So it's going to be a penalty to Natal. What will they do? Will they have a go at the post? Yes, Stransky indicates. Here it is. See if you can pick up that playing the ball on the ground. It seemed to fly out pretty quickly from that ruck.
The tackler, he played it. Chris Barnos threw it back on the ground. Stransky.
And the law is, of course, that once you're tackled, you may not play the ball again until you have got back on your feet. So Stransky, who's kicked very well indeed today.
18 points. 16 by Jannie de Beer. 18 points by Joel Stransky.
And he's had a drop kick as well. A drop kick, 3 penalties and 3 conversions. So not an easy kick, this. It's about 6 meters in from touch. And not this time. And Tuta has scored it over the dead ball line, so... Oh, no, he wasn't. He was still in play. He's got to open up. That's Andre Ferry with it. Back inside to Henty Martins. Henty Martins looked for support. There was no one there. Chris Badenhorst goes in and grovels for it. And Mark Petrovsky in the middle of it. Picked up well by Joe Bierkus there. And Free State doing so well, getting the ball from the ruck situation. And Natal, I think, must be a little worried.
Yes, Chick, it's all Free State in the second half. It was in the first half. Natal 35 points to 6, but they came back very, very well. That's Pawson lying. Andre Pawson played well today.
Yes, he was the chap who took the ball behind his own goal line, pass from Tuta, when they decided to open it up. Andre Pawson, who had many, many games for Northern Free State. In fact, I'm not sure if it isn't Andre Ferry. It looks a bit like Andre Ferry, but anyway, the play's going to go on again. The referee wants them to continue. Forty Human has gone back from the line-out position. Atherton, lovely jump by Atherton for Natal. In goes Vickers van Heerden. Blakeway going in. Natal trying to roll it, but Free State doing so well to stop it. Coming in the back. That's Luit Muller, number 18 for Natal. The referee still waits, see if the ball will emerge. And it does. Blakeway with it. Blakeway tackled by Davidson and Robert Dupree. Back to Stransky. Stransky long high and upper number, but the referee waited for advantage, said there was none, and a penalty to Natal for playing the ball on the ground. And here's another opportunity for Joel Stransky. We've got 10 minutes left in this match, and Natal are leading by 38 points to 26. A very different situation from what it was at half-time. 26-38 rather. Free State behind. It was 35 points to 6 at half-time. So Stransky will see if he can push it up to 41 for Natal against Free State's 26. It's one that he will expect to get. 6 out of 9. He had 5 out of 5 at this stage. The ones he's missed have not been easy kicks, and he did hit the upright with the kick earlier on. So Joel Stransky did it well. That's a lovely looking kick. Wait for it. Yes, 3 points.
21 points for that man in number 10 jersey. 21 points. 41 points to 26. 8 minutes remaining.
So Natal have got 3 goals, a drop and 4 penalties and 1 try. Free State 2 goals and 4 penalties. And the start, nice high kick. You could hear him say, leave it. Another bad kick off. It went straight into touch. So Free State, from having had the advantage of the kick-off, have conceded the advantage to Natal of the right to put the ball into the scrum on the centre spot.
I think the Natalians a little bit slow now coming to the centre spot.
We've got Vickers van Heerden on the flank. He has played flank often, but I think he's happier at lock, in fact. But he's a good rugged forward. Robert Dupree, number 9. We want to get a steady scrum. That's a bit better. Vickers van Heerden picked up by Teichmann too. Robert Dupree, a dummy, and then a good kick. Hendrik Tuta. Will he try a quick one? Dreywagen was back for it, but so were quite a lot of Natal chaps. It would have been almost suicide to try a quick throw in there.
Got Van Gericke on the field for Free State, number 16, their 3rd replacement. He's at fullback now. It was Peter that moved in, now he's at centre.
It looks as though it is Fourie who's gone off. Andre Fourie. It's Porter Human. Joe Bierkus behind him. Well taken by Opperman. Lovely jump by Reno Opperman. Henty Martins has it. Back to Yanni de Beer in his 22. Last break by Yanni de Beer. Still has it on the 22-meter line. That's the Free State 22. Henty Martins can see it. Henty Martins. Blind side. That's Andre Pawson. Good kick ahead. Can he take it himself? But Marinos was there. And good play by Free State. Booting it on. Back for Andre Hubert. Put a human breathing down his neck. Andre Hubert managed to get it back to Stransky. That was well done by Andre Hubert. Good play. But excellent play by Free State. Very well done indeed. Particularly by Putte Human, who's really played his heart out. 115 games he had for Eastern Province. And today he's playing his 79th. For Free State. You can see that that's the fly half situation.
Yeah, Free State got plenty of ball there. You can see 12 kick by Yanni de Beer.
Free State in an excellent attacking position. Bram Els takes it out to Yanni de Beer. Has Pawson with him. Back into the forward, tackled by Vickers van Heerden. Can they get it back? Henty Martins says he wants it, he gets it. Out it goes. And Van Gericke in the line. Van Gericke tackled and a knock forward, so a chance went a-begging, and they actually lost ground after getting possession there from the lineout. 41-26, Natal lead. Left for play about 6 minutes.
All credit to Free State in the second half. They're on the attack now, but it's not their ball.
So Robert Dupree to put in. Picked up by Teichmann, back to Dupree. Dupree kicking, but Badenhorst is there, and it went off his chest into touch, so it'll be Natal to throw the ball in about 12 meters inside the Free State half of the field. That's Robert Dupree. Had a steady game today.
Free State dominated the second half. They scored 20 points to the 6 of Natal. Natal with the 4 tries in the first half. Now John Allen forcing a short line out. Steve Atherton in the line.
Steve Atherton in the front and Mark Andrews in the back. Against Bram Els and Reno Opperman. Tau. Blakeway had it. Dupree. Long one to Caboose van der Westhuizen. Out to Marinos on the right. And Marinos one man to beat. But Tuta did well to grab it. Marinos going to score, I think. Yes, did he get there first, or was there a knock forward? The referee said a knock forward, and so they'll scrum. The good work by Andy Marinos, who's had a very good game today. Scored 2 tries.
2 first half tries. Free State now on the defense. Natal on the attack, but it's Free State ball.
And in the second half, Natal has scored no tries, but Free State has scored 2. One by Ollie Leroux, the 21-year-old, and one by Chris Badenhorst. And a good kick by Yanni de Beer, making sure of his touch.
Time running out for Free State. 15 points, 15 points difference. John Allen to put it in the line out. Short one by Natal again.
So it's looking very much as if Natal are going to be in the final of this Lion Cup. The other semi-final is later on this afternoon. You can see it on television from 4 o'clock. Transvaal, Northern Transvaal. Robert Dupree with it. Flicking to Stransky. Teichmann, Robert Dupree. And that's a lovely break there by Jeremy Thompson. Back inside to Dick Muir, but well tackled by Pawson. And this is Robert Dupree with it. Could he get through? And is Vickers van Heerden up? Got over, I think. Vickers van Heerden. And that will wrap it up for Natal. They'll be delighted that the pressure will be taken off them. They've got a big enough win lead. That is Vickers van Heerden. And a bit of good backing up by the big forward.
Yes, he lost his headband in the process, but he scored. That's the main thing. Natal's 5th try. There's Jeremy Thompson going through. Dick Muir did very well, laying it up, picked up by Jeremy Thompson again. Then good play by Robert Dupree. He was nearly through. Then the support play by Vickers van Heerden. Number 20 rolls over. He wasn't tackled. Remember, he was out of the tackle. He rolled over and he dotted down. Easy conversion for Stransky. 21 points so far for Joel Stransky in the match. Can he make it 23?
Well, he's a classic kicker with lovely timing. Always goes through the same routine. Takes his time. And over the crossbar it goes.
23 points for Joel Stransky today, plus the 25 points scored by the 5 tries. That's the 48 points for Natal on the board. Free State 26, 2 tries for them. We've seen a very good match here at the Free State Stadium. A match of contrast. Chick, first half, Natal very dominant, 35.6, but second half it was Free State.
Free State came back very well indeed. That's Vickers van Heerden, the try scorer, helped by John Allen now. And in goes Jannie de Beer to tackle, and Blakeway with it, helped by Loert Muller. And back to Stransky. Stransky, a lovely little dummy and through. This is very dangerous indeed. Back to Jeremy Thompson. Jeremy Thompson has to prayer with him, but Jeremy Thompson goes for the line. Jeremy Thompson, and it's a try.
Magic try. Good play. Mark Andrews, very prominent. That would be worthwhile seeing again. Jeremy Thompson, 26 years old, 59th game today for Natal. He rounded off after Joel Stransky broke beautifully. Looked for support. Jeremy Thompson went there and he went wide and he scored a good try. Here it is again. Robert de Pre, Joel Stransky, the little dummy. He caught them flat-footed. He's through now, looking for support. Thompson decided he nearly dropped it, but he held on. Treaters chasing, but also Kruiwagen going. And Thompson is over for a very, very good try. The 6th try scored by Natal.
So 6 tries to 2 it is. And the try scorers, Van der Westhuizen Cabos got the first one, then John Plumtree, then 2 by Andy Marinos. Then we had Vickers van Heerden and now Jeremy Thompson. Now Stransky, can he make it 5 goals? Yes, indeed it is. So Natal leading by 5 goals, a drop goal, 4 penalties and a try, to 2 goals and 4 penalties by Free State. For Free State, incidentally, the try scorers, Ollie Leroux, the young 21-year-old prop who came in for Johan Steger, scored a try, and then Chris Badenhorst scored his 13th try in Lion Cup matches, which is a record. And Free State getting up very quickly. Bramels tapping it back. And good work by Free State. Nakadrosh, who was in there. Lovely play by Free State if they can get it back. Referee signals for a penalty, but waiting for advantage. Out it goes van Gericke, out to Trutter, to Badenhorst, and Chris Badenhorst pushed into touch, and the referees decided to give the penalty as there was, in fact, no advantage. And so a penalty, easy one for Free State. Well, they can't get back the difference, but they decide to have a go to try. And ran off around the middle, but that's put a human with it. Good work by this big number 8 forward. And can they get it? Bramels doing well there. Back it comes Henty Martins, and Pawson trying to get it through. Over, and he's through. Pawson, Andre Pawson going over for a try for Free State. So in the second half, Free State has scored 3 tries and Natal has scored 2. And good thinking by Puerto Human. I think they caught Free State napping a little bit when they had this penalty, easy penalty, right in front of the post. That's Andre Pawson, the try scorer. And here it is again. That's good defense by, good ball for Free State, and Pawson going over. He took a quick one from Henty Martins. Joe Bjerkus just behind him, and the referee in a good position to see that it was a try.
This could be the last kick of the match. Jannie de Beer, good game for him. He can round it off with this conversion. Scored 16 points so far. 25 points scored by Joel Stransky. 55 points to 26. Now 31. Can he make it 33? Yes, he can.
And 33 it is. 55 points to 33. And that is the end of the match. Well, a game of contrast. Natal totally dominant in the first half. Free State came back very well in the second half. It was 35-6 to Natal at half-time. And the final score, there you see it, 55-33, made up of 5 goals, a drop, 4 penalties and a try for Natal. And for Free State, 2